Hi, it's me again. I am on a trail. Today I am going completely uphill. It's a really steep incline. It takes me to one of my favorite spots that I call Inspiration Point, and you can see a great view from there, and it's also really private. I'm really passionate about fitness, really in particular outdoor fitness. There it is. You can see it from here. I can see someone went along this trail and just made it their own. There is a little flag, and I don't go very far into it. Like I said, this is a trail that goes on for miles. I don't really go very far into it because within about a quarter or half a mile into the trail, it's really overgrown with bushes. I like to hike, but I'm not that intense. This trail, as you can see, is really narrow. It's kind of perfect for one person. So now you can see the view is changing. It looks like there's a lot of connecting trails over in the distance. I think I just choose the path less traveled. And we made it. This is the spot. The view is amazing. I'll take off my shoes, relax, can listen to music, or just listen to nature. There's been some people here because it looks like it's been cleaned. That's nice. The wind is super intense here. Okay, so now that I'm here, I want to talk again about my experience with community stalking and harassment. It's not something that I ever thought I would have to deal with. Community stalking is also known as group stalking, organized stalking, and also called gang stalking. There's a number of different terms for it, and I'll add it in the tags so that I don't have to go through each one of them. I prefer using group stalking or community stalking. It is a form of harassment where a group of people work together to target and harass a person. This can involve a range of tactics, including following the person, high-tech stalking, surveillance, spreading rumors and lies about a person, and causing mental, emotional, and physical harm to the victim. At the worst points, it was so severe that I began to have thoughts that weren't my own, that caused me to act in ways that just weren't myself or weren't normal. Community stalking is a form of psychological abuse that can have serious effects on mental health and well-being. It can leave people feeling isolated, paranoid, and afraid to leave their homes. Unfortunately, community stalking is often difficult to prove. At the worst point, I would notice people walking outside my house. At first, I tried to ignore it and carry on with my life, but as the incidents of harassment became more frequent, it took a toll on my mental health. I started to feel like I was being watched all the time, and I stopped going out as much. I became afraid to even leave my house. Eventually, I realized that I had become the target of community stalking. It was something that was hard to believe that was happening. At first, one of the most frustrating things about community stalking is the difficulty of proving that it's happening. There are many people who don't believe that community stalking is a real issue. And I do have to say, it's not the entire community involved, only certain members of the community. And I'm not sure what they all have in common. I don't think there's a reason to truly justify this, but I think it can happen to individuals for many reasons, from revenge to hate. It is difficult to convince others that the harassment is real. For me, it was so important that the people around me knew this was happening, because I was sure that the threats made to my safety and well-being were true. So people had to know so that we can make a plan for safety. At this point, speaking to local authorities and organizations has only served as a way to let others know what is happening and what I'm going through. Without concrete evidence, there's really little that they can do to help. If you or anyone you know is experiencing community stalking, it's important to seek help and support. Remember that you are not alone, and there are people who can help you through this difficult time. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.